everybody, it is Julie. Welcome back to Pages and Pens. I am here with an intro to my November vlog style wrap up. One of the books that was on that November TBR is Darkest Mercy, which I actually finished already. So this is by Melissa Marr. This is the last of her Fae series, Wicked Lovely, and it was so good. The other books got a little bit darker, got a little bit more interested in the Fae political scheming and the war that was coming. This is the culmination of everything, and it was fantastic. The characters all behaved the way that they should and was sufficiently deadly and brutal, but also happy. I read it in 4 hours from the first time I posted about it on my Insta stories till the end of it. It was a 5-star read for me. I really, really loved it. Also caused an internal writer's crisis because I realized that the main character from this book is the same name but spelled differently, pronounced exactly the same as the main character from the book that I'm writing, and I tried to then go and change the name of my main character and write her like that for a couple days, and it ended very poorly. I will be giving Melissa Marr some credit in my book because clearly Freudian slipped that 4 years ago when I started this story, and I've just been thinking about her for the last 4 years with that same name. That's her name now. I just finished a book. My second book of the month, and it is November, it's Chelsea, because I just texted her freaking out about the end of this book. It's November 2nd, and I finished Fallen Air. I read this in 2 days, and you guys know I'm addicted to this series. I already have a wrap up of the first 3 books. This is the 4th book, and this one follows Easton as opposed to Ella and Reed, and holy crap, each of these books ends on some cliffhanger. And each of the cliffhangers I've been like, no, like, I don't buy it. I know it's not real. Like, that's not valid. It's not going to actually be what they say it's going to be. I'm not so sure in this one. Easton's really pissing me off. Like, he's broken and I love him and I love how broken these characters are. Easton's pretty self-centered and he's got a drinking problem and he is very self-destructive, and that's explained in his, like, psychology, like, as they talk about him in the books. But he meets this girl and he's consistently messing up, like, over and over again. But it deeply affects her life, like, causes her a lot of problem. You see him, like, repeatedly just screw things up. And this girl really does stand up to him for the most part, which I appreciate. But he does start to get obnoxious because he's so unlikable, because he's so troubled. I still love it. I'm garbage for this series. I will definitely be reading the next one because everything. I think I'm gonna go for 4 stars. I don't feel like having to put in a picture, so I'm just gonna show you. It's Karen Slaughter's Pretty Girls, and I'm done it. So I'm gonna return that to my audiobook library. Feelings, there's a lot of them. I'm leaning towards like a 3.5 because it's just psychotic. I don't know what the synopsis is on this book, so I don't want to say anything because I don't want to ruin anything. 2 sisters, and their sister goes missing when they're young. And then they have a falling out, and there's a whole family drama that occurs. Like, more than family. Nobody is right in the head. It is intense. It is dark. There are trigger warnings for every goddamn thing. It's not a nice book. And I knew that going into it. The darkness of it didn't bother me. Claire annoyed the shit out of me. There was times where she should have just clearly behaved a certain way, and she was still just doing stupid shit. Just stupid shit. Don't read this if you are squeamish about torture or abuse or physical harm or rape, sexual assault, emotional torture. Otherwise, it's still meh. Today's the 4th, so not too bad. That's my 3rd completed book. Today I am here with my Minimoji vlog intro. This is my tentative TBR. This is just a dust jacket came off of this. But I want to read The Heart of Betrayal. I want to read Station 11. I want to read The Smell of Other People's Houses, Beneath the Sugar Sky, Mudvayne, and The Language of Thorns. So, like, this shelf is what I would like to read. A book that I'm already starting that is You'll Miss Me When I'm Gone, and I'm on chapter 21 of that right now. I'm also going to be reading The Deal, I think, the first of the off-campus series I'm going to be reading. Also going to be reading Lord of Shadows, which I'm reading in audiobook, and I'm on chapter 5. So we'll see how the week of reading goes. I hope you had a fantastic Minimoji. I'm excited for the full-length one. Let's see how this week goes. You're about to find out. Hopefully by the end of this vlog, I don't look miserable. Day 2 of Minimoji, and I'm here with a little bit of a reading update. So I finished The Deal, which is Elle Kennedy's first book of the off-campus series, which is about hockey players, and it's sexy time. Which means that I've officially finished 2 of my challenges, which is the first book of a series and also a winter sport. So now I am reading Beneath the Sugar Sky, by Shauna McGuire, maybe a third of the way through, and I have no idea what I said this was going to stand for. I'm super stoked on this. I'll definitely finish this today and move on to something else. Today I have to go to my sister's and do a craft project for my other sister's baby shower, so I'm going to read for a little bit. I'm going to probably try to write a little bit right now and then go do some crafties, come home, and do more reading. I am here with an update because I have not been doing very much vlogging at all, and I've just been really busy with family. Unfortunately, not a ton to update you on, but I did finish Beneath the Sugar Sky by Shauna McGuire, which counts for my shiny new toy. At the end of this vlog, I'm going to tell you what everything stood for, because I really, who knows until at the end. So I'm still listening to the audiobook for this behemoth, Lord of Shadows. I have not physically read this, and I know it would go so much faster if I did. I just haven't had very much time to listen to the audiobook. I'm going to start The Smell of Other People's Houses, which will be my snow on the cover, because Alaska. It's also short, and I'm hoping is a really quick read, although I know it may be an emotional one. It is Saturday morning, and I'm heading out right now to grab stuff for lunch and snacky foods for after the live show, and wine for the live show, because I will be drinking for the Minimoji live show with myself and Dylan and Chelsea. Brittany will not be able to make it. I gotta power through and finish a book today if I want to stay on track for a book every day, but who knows if that's gonna happen, really. I started The Smell of Other People's Houses, and I'm 40 pages into that, so like chapter 3, and that's going well. But I also opened a package today, and Amber had sent me I Hate Fairyland volumes 1, 2, and 3. So I already read the first one and really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun, but I know there's something coming up in the third one that I really want to get to, because she sent me like a screen grab of it when she was reading it herself. So I don't know what everything's going to stand for now. This might be my first of a series, and then the deal will only count for winter sport. And then when I read volume 2, which is here, then this will count as my gifted. And then potentially this one will count as red and green on the cover. I'm gonna make them all work. I don't know how, but I'm gonna make them all work. Everything is just falling apart. So basically what I'm getting at is TBRs change on the fly, and we'll figure out at the end of all of this what everything counts for. But I'm gonna try to crush as many challenges as I can. So that's it for right now. I'm going to go make dinner. I'm going to write, and then I'm going to get the live show all set up and start hanging out with everybody for the live show tonight. So I'm really, really excited about that. It's 5:30 now, and by like 7:30 I should have the chat open and everything. So 2 hours to get dinner and writing done. So that's what I'm gonna do. I just got done the live show for Minimoji. I'm sorry, my fan is on. And I just also finished a couple more books. So I finished Fairyland volume, that's 3. I finished I Hate Fairyland volume 2, and I finished I Hate Fairyland volume 3, which was amazing and had a Labyrinth David Bowie bulge appearance, which I cannot even tell you made a world of difference. So 5 stars to all 3 of these. 5 stars also to Beneath the Sugar Sky, which I don't know if I told you guys or not. Ooh, read for 60 minutes without a phone. Chelsea and I set a timer. We buddy read this, but 60 minutes, no contact, and then we touch base at the end of that, so that counts. And I'll see you guys later. Hello, hello. I'm sorry for this face. This is like the face of a woman who just got done crying, because I just finished The Smell of Other People's Houses by Bonnie Sue Hitchcock, which counts as my snow on the cover challenge. And I take back everything I said about not being able to get into this book, or that I didn't think I was going to like it, because I ended up loving it. It was beautiful. All the POVs wove together really, really well. Super beautiful. This is going to go on my shelf because it's short and it's a really easy read. It's difficult and heartbreaking, but like a quick read that I think would be really, really good for the traveling book. So I'm going to put this on my traveling bookshelf. Total 5-star book. This readathon has been 4 to 5-star books. I haven't had a crappy book yet. I did not read a ton yesterday. I finished The Smell of Other People's Houses. I read the first story in The Language of Thorns, and then I wrote and got other work done. Today I'm sitting down for a full 9 to 5 at my official new job, which is my own company, Quills and Keys, which hopefully at this point has gone live. I'm gonna cross my fingers and assume that it has, but I have started a company doing editing for authors and for writers, and I am super, super excited about it. I have my first couple of clients already lined up, but I have full novel manuscripts in my possession that I need to read and edit. I have a lot of work ahead of me to do that because the manuscripts are large. Tomorrow is going to be a wash because I have my cousin's funeral. It's Wednesday morning. It's my day to run Emoji-a-thon sprint and we have no power. They cut our power for the entire day today, so I will be running sprints on my data plan or on, you know, just regular LTE or however the heck phones work. I don't even know. But I got my phone. I'm ready to do sprints, and I wanted to update you guys on some reading because I finished The Language of Thorns over the last 2 days. It's the only thing I've read in the last 2 days, for the most part, because it's just been a rough couple of days. Yesterday, my full day was pretty much a funeral. When I got back last night from all of that, just did a little bit of self-care, and all I wanted to do was read. So I finished this, and it was gorgeous. They are true fairy tales in that they're dark. They're not like happy-go-lucky, fluffy Disney fairy tales. Like, these are some serious fairy tales. Set in the Grisham-verse, but still familiar because I really did enjoy these. The artwork in this is stunning, too. Like, absolutely gorgeous. So, 5 out of 5 stars. I knew it would be. This is going to find a place back on this bookshelf because I want to be able to see it. I started reading last night. I started doing some reading sprints last night early for Minimoji, and I read this physically. I have the audiobook of that, so it does count for my audiobook, but I'm not going to finish this book, so it doesn't count as like a finished book audiobook. But I've been listening to the majority of this. I just don't think that this is a book I want to listen to. I don't have the dedicated time to sit down and actually listen anymore. I'm always doing other things, and I just felt like I was missing parts of the plot. So last night I read about 50 pages, so I got a good bit further in. You can see like kind of where my bookmark was to begin with. I read more than 50 pages. As you can see, that little gap is where I was last time, and then that's where I am now. That's it. That's my update. I'll catch you guys later. I'm here with my final thoughts on my Minimoji, and yes, this is up on a tripod, but I just filmed a giant book outlet unboxing, so it's already up there. I'm not going to vlog this. It is only noon on the last day of Minimoji, but I know that I have a ton of other work to get done, including video editing, writing, actual manuscript editing. I'm just not going to be able to get to this stuff. Just wrap it up now because I'm not going to finish any more books. I read 8.5 books. I'm going to go through what everything counts for. I'm going to go down the list of all of the different challenges and let you know which book fulfills that particular challenge. I doubled up on a ton of stuff, but obviously that's fine. I wasn't going to read all of these. Some of the challenges I did not meet, which is a bummer, but what are you going to do? For a set in winter, I picked The Smell of Other People's Houses by Bonnie Sue Hitchcock. This one is set in Alaska, so not all of it is set in winter, but it does cycle through different seasons, so I'm counting this one. Also, it's just Alaska, so it's cold in general. For my green on the cover, I picked I Hate Fairyland, Volume 3, because there's a whole bunch of green down here. Her hair is green. This little dinosaur in the background is green. Totally green on the cover. That counts for that one. For a Christmas-themed book, I had none, so sadly, nothing for that one. And then with angels on the cover, I went with Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare, which I am not done. I'm just like 40% of the way through this, but this is what I was counting for that because all shadow hunters are part angel, so counting that one. And then for my 60 minutes of straight reading without any phones, I used the I Hate Fairyland series because I set a timer for 60 minutes and binge read through, I think, volumes 2 and part of 3 for that particular challenge. And then for a gift, I used I Hate Fairyland Volume 1. All 3 of them were technically gifted to me. And then also for red and white on the cover, I'm choosing I Hate Fairyland Volume 1 because there's a lot of white, the blood is red, there's obviously very colorful. And then for the first of a series, I picked Volume 1. Actually, Volume 2 I think I used for gifted. It doesn't matter. These counted for first of a series, green on the cover, and gift it to me. Also red and white on the cover. For haunting my TBR for over a year, I am using The Deal by Elle Kennedy. That is a hockey book, and I really loved it. I'm gonna go through ratings in a little bit, but I just wanna go over the challenges right now. And then for a warm and fuzzy read, I read You'll Miss Me When I'm Gone, which was an e-arc. So that was my warm and fuzzy. It's not actually warm and fuzzy, but it's like I mean, it's kind of warm and fuzzy. New toy was Beneath the Sugar Sky by Shauna McGuire, which is an arc that I'm really, really looking forward to. This comes out soon, and it was amazing, guys. Like, absolutely beautiful. So, so good. For sports and winter sports, I used the deal again because it's hockey related. For snow on the cover, again, I said The Smell of Other People's Houses because there's snow all over this one. For family and food related, I used You'll Miss Me When I'm Gone, which is about a Jewish family, and it really centers around their family, their traditions, their food, etc. For band reviews, I didn't have any. For travel, I used Beneath the Sugar Sky because they are on a quest. They're traveling through the different worlds. I could also use Lord of Shadows because they traveled a fairy. There's travel in, I think, almost all of these books. Set in summer, I didn't really have one. This does have parts of it that are set in summer, but I didn't want to use it for summer and winter, but I technically could, but you know. Fa La 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 Listen, I listened to Lord of Shadows for like the first part of this that I finished, and then I started physically reading it. So I haven't actually finished an audiobook, but this is what I have an audiobook that I was listening to. And then for freebie, I really didn't have anything. For reflective cover, I used The Language of Thorns, and then I could also use this for a freebie, I suppose. It's gorgeous. This was beautiful. So let's go over what I thought about all of these because I had a really great week of reading. This was a 5-star read. It was absolutely gorgeous. These are dark fairy tales, beautifully woven. If you've not experienced the Grishaverse, you can still read these. There are like certain characters and nods to things that happen in the series that you might miss, but they're so minuscule and unimportant to these particular fairy tales that I don't think it's a big deal. And it is just really beautiful. They were gorgeous. The artwork in this is stunning. Really, truly a beautiful book, and it's already made its way up to my shelf. I had to pull it down for this. Then the I Hate Fairyland series got 5 stars for graphic novels. My graphic novel ratings are a little bit different than my like book ratings, but if the artwork is good, the storyline's good, I laugh, like all of that. Like these are really super dark and cringy, but also amazing. And David Bowie's Bulge shows up in volume 3, which I just couldn't even handle. It was amazing. So I really loved these. Another 5-star read there. My You'll Miss Me When I'm Gone arc got, I believe, 4 stars. And then The Deal got 4 stars. So 2 4-star books on my Nook. Pretty sure I gave The Smell of Other People's Houses 5 stars. Beneath the Sugar Sky, totally got 5 stars. Amazing. This I have not rated yet because I have not finished it yet. But so far that means that all of these were 5 or 4 stars, which is like unheard of for a full week of reading, that everything got like 5 to 4 stars. 3 physical books finished, 3 graphic novels, so that's 6 books, and then 2 on here, which were full-length ebooks, so that's 8 books finished total, half of this monstrous beast. And that's where I'm calling it at noon of the last day, because I just know that I'm probably not going to have that much more time to read. And if I do read, I'm going to be reading this and I'm not going to finish it. So it'll be progress, but it's not going to be finishing it. But overall, a super productive Minimoji for me. I'm really proud of the amount of reading that I got done, considering my time constraints and just all other life obligations. So really happy with that. I hope you guys have enjoyed this vlog. I did obviously combine my November vlog wrap up with this wrap up because I only read 3 books prior to all of the readathons. If you want to know the other books that I read this month, you've got to check out my contemporary-a-thon vlogs, like 7 days of vlogs. I will link my individual days down below if you want to know the rest of my reading, or just the last one probably goes over what I read for the entire time. I also DNF'd more books this month than in the entire year combined, which is pretty surprising for me. For the month of November, I read Fallen Air, I read Pretty Girls, that was a 4-star read and a 3-star read, Fools Rush In, which was a 3-star read, Lock and Key, which was a 4-star read, Like Water by Rebecca Potos, which is a 3-star read, Stargirl, which was a 5-star read, Brooding YA Hero, which was a 2-star DNF, Little Fires Everywhere, which was a 2-star DNF, If You Dare, which was a 5-star read, Wild Becomes You, which was a 4-star read, Wild Beauty, which was a 2-star DNF, The Deal, which was 4 stars, You'll Miss Me When I'm Gone, which was 4 stars, Beneath the Sugar Sky, 5 stars, I Hate Fairyland, 1, 2, and 3, all 5 stars. Number 18 was The Smell of Other People's Houses, 5 stars. The Language of Thorns, 5 stars. So that's 19 books for the entire month. I had a really good month of reading, considering I took a whole week off to like go up the mountains and edit and do other kind of like writery stuff. And I really look forward to the month-long emoji-a-thon. Be sure to check out Dylan, Chelsea, and Brittany. They will all be listed down below because they're phenomenal. I'm so glad that Dylan invited me in to do this. I had so much fun sprinting with you guys and just hanging out and reading with everybody. So I can't wait to see all of your wrap-ups as well. That's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give me a big thumbs up, click subscribe, and I will see all of you in my next video. Bye guys.